Baby O and I Consulting, and I am talking today about that newborn witching hour. That can be a really, really tough time of day for um, newborns and like early infants. So I wanted to come and talk to you about it because I'd love to be able to help minimize that time that they're upset. So you've probably heard of the witching hour, which is typically a time in like late afternoon, um, right around between like 5 and 8 o'clock. The newborns can get really, really fussy. Um, Typically, what's happening at this time, if they have not gotten enough sleep during the day, it's all coming to a head at this point, and they are just so overtired, beyond exhausted. They can't regulate their systems to be able to relax and settle. So, really, the key to avoiding that newborn witching hour is making sure that your little one is getting enough sleep during the day. The hardest part about this is that I have a lot of families come to me and say, but my newborn is so alert, but my baby is so alert all the time. They just aren't interested in sleep. But then they have this really long, hard period at the end of the day. So until about 6 weeks, newborns should really only be awake about 45 minutes to 1 hour max. That's where it gets tricky because a lot of families say, well, my baby's just not tired at that time. They're still wide awake. Because everything is so new, it's really hard for newborns to just turn everything off and be able to fall asleep easily. So that is where it's gonna, those like 5 S's that you may have heard about, the suck, soothe, swaddle, sway, and there's another one, come in handy because you can help minimize that environment for them. So if it's been about 45 minutes to an hour and you're noticing that your baby is still wide awake, you're going to help bring them into an environment that is going to be more conducive to sleep. So yes, you can still have the TV on and the lights on and the vacuum going, but you really want it to be if they need that extra support, you want to be able to give them that extra support. So maybe you just like gently rub their forehead so they'll be more likely to close their eyes. You can bring them to a little bit of a darker environment. You can turn the volume on the TV down, hold them in a position where it's blocking out some of the environmental stimulus because again, there's just so much going on and they're taking all of it in. The sights, the sounds, the smells, literally everything is kind of bombarding them at once. So of course they're going to have a hard time settling down even if they're tired. So if you are noticing that your little one is having a lot of trouble being able to just relax and make it through the evening without that really hard period, take a look at what they're doing during the day. Is there a period of time where they are awake for a really long time? Do you find that it can be hard for them to just kind of tune out and be able to fall asleep with your support? If so, then they may be a little bit more sensitive and they may need some more help blocking out that environmental stimulus to be able to fall asleep on their own. So the things again to look for, if they're super, super fussy at the end of the day, watching those awake windows, making sure they're not awake for more than that 45 to 60 minutes, helping them with that environment, blocking everything out. If you have any questions about life with a newborn, I do have a free guide that I am offering that talks about the first 2 weeks of a newborn, their feeding and their sleeping. So that link is popped in the comments for you, but if you have any questions, put them in and I'm more than happy to answer them. Have a great rest of your week, everyone.